Welcome to God Nod, where God may just nod for you. If you are new here, I make videos when I see God working in my life and share them so that you may be able to see God working in your life. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and share. Today, I am having my friend Alexandra here.
Hi everyone.
To share a God Nod that she has just recently witnessed.
Recently, I went to this Engage conference where the speakers were just really encouraging us to surrender all to God, and in that weekend, I really felt that God was just calling me to completely follow Him. That night specifically, we had a message, and then we went into prayer and time of reflection and just worshiping God, and I was just really pouring my heart completely out to Him. After the message, I went outside and walked over to speak to my friend Jordan. We were sharing our testimonies, and as we sat there and we were looking into the sky, a glow of light appeared. Jordan and I thought maybe the moon was beginning to shine through the clouds, and so I glanced around elsewhere to see if maybe the moon was somewhere else in the sky, but no other light was showing. I refocused back on that glow of light. After a second, the glow of light began to transform into the shape of an angel. And after a few more seconds, the middle of the angel broke through with rays and beams of light shining through. The light overcame the image of the angel and poured out from its source. A couple of beams began to flicker, and from the rays of light appeared a shadowy human figure. Initially, I had a hint of fear, like this dark figure was walking towards me on the clouds. But I immediately turned to God in prayer and just knew that this was Him, in His presence that just made me feel comforted. Jordan and I were in disbelief at this time at what we were seeing. We couldn't believe that the sight that was before us. The wind had picked up so strongly where before there had been none. And as we sat there in awe and amazement, we were just freaking out at the sights that we were seeing and everything that was happening. The figure continued to walk down towards me from the clouds. And while I was praying, I really just felt Jesus that was just calling me to completely trust in Him and just follow Him, and as I just hand my life over to Him. And after some time, the image of the figure just turned back into a glow of light, and this glow of light began to transform back into an angel. After a little bit more time, the angel just turned back into a glow of light. In that moment, Jordan and I began to question, like, had we really just seen that? Like, what was happening? We had doubt, and we were just really questioning the situation. Then this glow moved straight up into the sky, and once it reached the top, it opened back up, and the lights and the beams of rays just began shining through again, and I could see the figure standing there as it began to walk away. The words out of my mouth were, "That's the affirmation," and immediately the glow turned right and just closed right back up and zoomed across the sky. Following it were 3 flashes of light. Immediately the wind just died down back to nothing, and the sky went to complete total darkness. We looked around to see, like, could there be any other light in the sky? Was this anything else? But nothing. This moment just really overwhelmed my heart because I had never experienced anything like this before. But what I got out of it was just God really calling me to follow Him. And in times where maybe I'm being dragged down by something or something's pulling me some other way, I can just really reflect back on this and just remember how real God is and just remember His calling for me to just continually follow Him.
As you can see, Alexandra and Jordan experienced something that most of us won't encounter in our whole lives, especially not our everyday scenarios. But this just shows that God's power is still working in our life. You know, people always say, like, God's not doing miracles today and everything, but, like, this just shows, like, God is still, you know, giving people visions, giving people these huge, powerful experiences to reveal His presence. But this doesn't mean that this is the only way God reveals Himself to us. He reveals Himself to us through people, songs, nature, scripture, and many other ways.
It's important that we don't hold an expectation in how God reveals Himself to us.
You know, like you might be watching this video and be like, okay, God, like, I want to see a vision. I want you to reveal yourself to me in this way.
But we're all unique individuals, and God reveals Himself in His way, in His timing, according to His will.
And it's just super important that whenever we go into prayer and we're seeking God, we are supposed to be seeking Him and not the experiences or the feelings or the emotions that might come with that.
From this God Nod, I just wanted to share my experience to show that God is still working in real and powerful ways today.
And we hope that this God Nod encourages you to surrender your life to Him, to follow Him, and just run after Jesus with all that you have. And a huge thank you to Alexandra for sharing her and Jordan's story of God revealing himself in such a powerful way to them. And if you have a God nod that you would like to share on my channel, go ahead and comment below and we can get in contact. And if you would still like to be seeing God work in my life and others' lives, go ahead and subscribe! Thanks, guys.